Hello again. So we will go over the syllabus today, and I'm not necessarily going to cover all of it. There are some parts that I do expect you to read on your own, but I will be going over the items that are central and important to understand very early on. First, my name, like I mentioned earlier, is Muhammad Abdulhaq. And my email address is mabdulhaq@fullerton.edu. My office is located at the Fullerton branch in College Park building and on the 9th floor, and my office number is 938. My office hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 3 p.m. Of course, I will be more than happy to accommodate the students outside my office hours, only under the circumstances that they are not able to make it during my regular office hours. Of course, you would have to email me in advance, give me a good reason as to why you cannot make it during regular office hours, and I'll be more than happy to accommodate. As for the course description, this course is an introduction to urban sociology. We will explore several topics related to urbanization and urbanism, with a general focus on U.S. cities and a spotlight on local neighborhoods and issues. Topics that will be discussed include, but not limited to, the history of urbanization, ethnography, and other methods for studying urban social phenomena. Also, we will examine theories about how cities are socially and spatially organized and how urban living affects social interaction. In addition, we will discuss race and class stratification, urban labor markets, and urban problems such as crime, violence, and gangs. Finally, the course aims to promote critical thinking and civil responsibility. This last bit is probably the most important part of the course description, which is critical thinking and civil responsibility. The takeaway from this course is really seeing the way we live very differently, seeing the city very differently, seeing your neighborhood very differently. And by seeing it differently and understanding why the city is shaped the way we experience, you will be developing this sense of responsibility and duty towards your local community. And this is something that can only happen after developing critical thinking, again, which is being able to see things in a way that you have not been able to experience in the past. So these are things that we will work on very aggressively this semester. This is an online class, so all activities are online. This includes lectures, tests, class discussions, written assignments, and examination. Technical competencies are expected from students, and this is a really important part here. This is an online class, which means that instruction and assignments will be posted on the Titanium system. Since this is an online class, you will need to be familiar with computers, and you must have access to the university portal and Titanium through the internet. You must be comfortable using Windows, MS Word, PowerPoint, and Titanium, uploading and downloading files as well. If you experience any technical problems with your computers, or with Titanium, it is still your responsibility. So for technical problems with Cal State Fullerton's portal or email, please make sure you contact the help desk. I provided you with a phone number here in the syllabus. The phone number is 657-278-8888, or you can simply email them. And you can even chat with them if you want at the link that I provided on the syllabus. Netiquette. Now, this is also something that's very important, not just for this class, but really something that would help you throughout your lives, and especially in your future careers or current career. Navigating the internet dictates that you adhere to an unspoken code of conduct. This online set of rules, also referred to as netiquette, ensures that you are not misunderstood and that you do not offend anyone. Basics include no shouting. Of course, everyone knows that you're really not shouting when you're writing the email or sending a message, but when everything is capitalized, that's what it will sound like on the other end. No disrespectful chat with a classmate and no offensive language. So if you decide that you need to ask me a question, please make sure you include the class title in the subject line, and make sure that your email starts with a hello and end it with a thank you, and make sure you always sign your name. This is not really for me as much as it is for you. This could mean the difference between getting a job or missing out on a job on a future job interview or job application that you may have. So please make sure that you get in the habit of always starting with a greeting, ending with a thank you, and signing your name in all emails. And make sure you include in the subject line the topic that you're emailing about. Alternative procedures for submitting work. Written assignments are to be submitted online. Online submission should be attempted several times before any other option is used. Only in the event the online submission is not possible, you may submit an email copy to me, and submission by email will delay assessment of your work, so please try to submit online. Again, I will only accept email submissions only strictly in the case of you having technical issues that you are experiencing last minute, and therefore you are not capable of submitting it via Titanium. Again, this should only be used as a last option. Also, please remember that I can only access documents that are submitted only in Microsoft Word or PDF format. Use of any other format will delay assessment of your assignment, and you may be required to resubmit with late penalties. So please avoid using any other software that I might not be capable of using on my end. Required textbook and materials, you will only really need just the one textbook by John Palin. It's a 2015 10th edition of the Urban World, and the ISBN number is really the only thing you need to make sure that you have the correct textbook. So just make sure your ISBN numbers do match the number on the syllabus. Student learning outcomes, students will apply key sociological concepts. Students will compare, contrast, and critique major theoretical and epistemological orientations in sociology, including functionalism, conflict, interactionism, and feminism. Students will demonstrate critical thinking from various sociological perspectives, such as reflecting on their social location, evaluating the implicit assumptions of everyday life, challenging common sense understandings, and assessing the structure of an argument. Students will show clear and effective written and oral communication skills. Students will demonstrate knowledge of qualitative and quantitative research design and methods, and evaluate their appropriate use. And students will use sociological knowledge and skills to engage with local and global communities for the purpose of social justice. And students will demonstrate a critical understanding of power, privilege, and oppression across a range of cultures, human experiences, and the intersections of social locations and historical experiences, including their own. As for course policies, the email is the single best way to communicate in regards to online courses. So it's very important that you check your email on regular basis. So since this is an online class, I do expect you to check this email daily. And again, it's the primary means of communication for this class. Academic honesty is a really important section here. Students who violate university standards of academic integrity are subject to disciplinary sanctions, which may include failure in the course and suspension from the university. Since dishonesty in any form harms the individual, other students, and the university, policies on academic integrity are strictly enforced. I expect that you will familiarize yourself with the academic integrity guidelines found in the current student handbook, and I included a link in the syllabus as well. Please remember there is absolutely no tolerance for copying and pasting any material for your written assignments. It's important to do the exams on your own without the assistance of others or talking to other students about the exam. Again, it's important to view learning as an end goal by itself, that the purpose of learning is learning itself, that we're not here to just get a grade and get a job, but rather to simply just learn. Disabled Student Services, students registered with Disabled Student Services have rights to accommodations for documented special needs. Please refer to the Disabled Student Services website for more information. This is also another really important section here, which is Since we are in a sociology class, one of the things that we highlight is the importance of creating an egalitarian society, creating a system and a society that allows everyone the same opportunity. So if there are any disabilities that you may be experiencing that could hinder your performance, it's very imperative that you get in touch with me about it as soon as possible so that I can provide you with the necessary accommodations as soon as possible. As for emergencies, students should be familiar with the university policies in the event of an emergency. For course enrollment and drops, please make sure that you familiarize yourself with enrollment and drop procedures. It is your responsibility as a student to make sure you are enrolled in the class. If you drop the class, it is your responsibility to make sure that you are dropped through admissions and records. Otherwise, you may receive a W, U, or F grade for the course. Extra credit, there may be occasional extra credit. If offered, extra credit will be made available to all students in the class. There's no extra credit given to individual students who miss classes or assignments, and no makeups for extra credit. So when I say miss classes, in this case, since this is an online class, meaning missing the discussions that we will have throughout the semester, and there will be 4 discussions in total. Citation and referencing style, this class uses the American Psychological Association APA style for all submitted works, and APA style guide is also available through the link that's provided on the syllabus. As for organization of materials on the Titanium class website, you'll see that the class website is organized by week with a total of 16 weeks except for materials in the Palin textbook. All content and activities for the class are contained on the website. Each week contains a list of tasks, the PowerPoint lectures, and other lecture on slide materials if applicable. Also found within each week are all the supplemental readings, slides or maps. In addition, course content includes several films. These films are available for viewing on the Titanium website in the relevant unit, and to view the films, cut and paste the link into your web browser. And not all web browsers are equally functional with Titanium, so always try a different browser if you are having problems. So now we're going to cover how you're getting graded. The very first assignment that you have this week is going to be your biography and picture. You have to create a profile specifically in Moodle Titanium, and you must include an image of yourself. Your biography must be at least 150 words, and you must complete before the end of the first week of the semester to receive full credit. It really doesn't matter what you write in your biography. Anything that you are comfortable sharing is perfectly fine. As long as you write at least 150 words and you include a picture of yourself, you will get the 10 points in this case. We will also have 3 tests, 3 online exams, and each is going to be worth about 100 points, 300 points total. An online test will be available for a period of 24 hours on the due date. So they will be available from 12:01 a.m. until 11:55 p.m. And these tests consist of 20 multiple choice questions and will be timed 45 minutes. They are designed to assist you with the final exam preparation. And because of the generous time allotment for online test completion, there are no makeup online tests unless there is a documented emergency and prior notification is required. There will also be a final examination besides the 3 tests that we just discussed. The final examination will be for a total of 100 points. It will focus on the application and understanding of the concepts and trends examined in the class, not just memorization. Although open book exam, you can have notes as well. It will be timed examination in order to simulate in-class exam conditions. You will have 60 minutes to complete the examination within a 24-hour window. You will notice also that the 3 other tests that I discussed earlier are, of course, open book and open notes as well. But, of course, you cannot take the exam with another student, and you cannot communicate with another student in regards to the exams. Any attempts to communicate with another student in the class or outside of the class in regards to this exam, any of the exams that we have will result in what we would easily consider plagiarism or cheating. An individual writing assignment is another method of assessing what you're learning in this class, you'll see that students will submit one written assignment, 1,500 words. This translates into approximately 5 pages double-spaced APA format. This, of course, does not include the references page or the title page. And the assignment will encourage students to reflect on a documentary or a movie and connect it to social theories, and the written assignment will be evaluated based on the correct application of social theories, examples, organization, and grammar. Additional instructions and a grading rubric will be provided prior to the due date. There will also be a photo analysis assignment. All class participants will take photos of an aspect of urban life and submit them online with a detailed analysis of what the photo reveals about urban life. And this assignment is worth 100 points, and of course I will provide you with additional instructions prior to the assignment's due date. Discussion, there will also be 4 discussions. Your contribution to the discussions is really an indication of how seriously you are taking the class. So it's really important to make sure that you submit them in a timely manner and also put a lot of thought into your contribution. So students will contribute towards online discussions by posting either an original contribution or responding to another student's contribution. Each posting is worth up to 25 points, and there are a total of 4 postings required for 100 points total. You contribute once in each forum, so that you contribute 2 originals and 2 response postings for the class. So basically, what this is saying is that we will have 4 discussions throughout the semester. You are expected to contribute at least once in each discussion, and you need to have at least a total of 2 original postings and 2 responses to other students' postings in the class. This makes the class a bit more dynamic, and it allows you to engage a little bit more with other students. And you will see here that I also summarized all of this in simple terms and points. You'll see 3 tests are 300 points, final examination 100, essay assignment 100, photo analysis 100 points, discussion, total of 4 of them, total of 100 points, biography and picture, another 10 points. So you'll see that we have a total of 710 points. You'll see the grade scale right here. This class will use plus and minus grading to assess a final grade, and the following grade scale will apply. You can look at it at your own time. And then you will see right here some really important deadlines for the submission of work. This section will be an excellent reference for you to make sure that you are not missing any important deadlines. So please make sure you revisit this section often throughout the semester.